my chatterboxes. This is my review for Love at the Lockup, aka Life at the Lockup, Bed Out of Hell, Season 3, Episode 9. If you guys haven't done so already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share my videos. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So we just going to get right up into this episode. I know, hold on, before we even get into the episode, I know you guys are excited for this because I like the old, the cast that we just were introduced to, but these right here, this cast right here, they give us good TV. So I'm just here for the season. I hope the season is as good as last season was. This is like my guilty pleasure obsession, and like this is like one of my favorite reality shows. Anyway. So it starts off with Angie and Donna Faye. We learn in this episode that Angie haven't been around Tony since shortly after they got married. And then now with all of the corona, is making it a little easier for Angie to be able to stay away from Tony. So Donna Faye made a statement saying, she think because of corona is the reason why that Angie hasn't allowed Tony to come back. So she was like, go corona. Now, I wouldn't say go corona because we know a lot of people died and lost their lives from corona. But if it took a goddamn airborne virus to keep Angie away from Tony, that's some stuff to think about. Like, she really needs to pump the brakes and just be done with Tony right now. He love the prostitutes. She is weak. She's she's weak. She's lonely, so that make her susceptible to the to the BS. You know what I'm saying? So she was just telling Donna Faye in this scene that she is lonely and she needs some kind of companionship, and she thinking about getting the pen pal. And Donna Faye like, what? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, she is a sucker for love. She probably don't like to be alone. And I get it. You're lonely. You want to start dating. But I'm pretty sure it's other people that's available that you can date. I wouldn't even want to go back to the jailhouse after I done got this goddamn fool that I'm stuck with now. No. Angela, get your shit together. So now we see Michael, a.k.a. 12 Head. He's still a creep. He's still up to no good. He's hiding in the bathroom, acting like he's taking a shower because he's on the phone with Sarah and he don't want Maria to know. So we already know last season Maria and Sarah got into it. So he's saying that Maria is the things between him and Maria has gotten. He's saying this all in his confessional that got a hell of crazy. She's acting really jealous over Sarah, and I guess he just probably over it. He probably ready to, well, he already been cheating because he cheated with Sarah when he was up there. Anyway, him and Sarah talking, so they are gonna plan. Well, she's already planned Rain's first birthday. Now he act like he's such a concerned father. Like the way Michael tell it is like he is an awesome father, but what Sarah is saying is true. Why do you have to call Sarah and find out the details of the party and what all she got planned, and so forth? And the party is this coming Sunday, because if you were so involved and you were there for support, you would have known what was going on because you would have contributed to it, and you would have been abreast to the situation. That's how I know you a drop in, drop out father. So Sarah, like I said, Sarah, she can be manipulative and stuff like that, but I do not think she's lying when she say he's a deadbeat, because it shows. It shows. But the way he talk is if he like this great father, because he gonna say, jail can't. The only thing that keep me away from my kids is jail. Cause, and I know I ain't gonna let no woman keep me from my kids, because Sarah said that she don't want Maria coming to the party. She not allowed, and I don't blame her. And then he had a nerve to sit up there and say when they was on the phone that he's gonna come up there, he's gonna participate in the party, and he don't mind staying in her house with the girls. First of all, he gets on my nerves. No, you're gonna get you a hotel room. You ain't about to come lay up in here like I'm your past, like this is your pastime, like the doors is just open for you. Who the hell are you? And she was like, no, you know what happened the last time. And she said, I do have something to talk to you about. And she moved on. But she, in her confessional, she's sitting up there saying how, she had sex with him. She didn't use protection. She know the consequences of that. She a grown woman and she had something to talk to him about. So I guess they alluding to the fact that she might be pregnant. And now my thing is, Sarah, I hope God darn well you ain't pregnant, because you might have made a mistake once and you might even slipped up twice, but 3 times, that ain't no goddamn mistake. You just being a stupid ass, okay? That's all. So for your sake, you better hope you're not pregnant by his goddamn ass. That's what you better hope. So now we see Lamar, Andrea, and her crew. And she's still acting like a big ass baby, a big ass kid, and she gets on my goddamn nerves. Now they in LA because she lost the family vote. The family voted to go to LA. Now, I ain't know they was gonna be in a hood, but he got her ass in Watts. You got this Utah Mormon living in Watts. I'm sorry, but that shit is funny. So she giving Lamar a hard time. She was saying in the confessional, she was like, I never wanted my kids to live in the hood. She said, I never wanted them, to share. She was saying to him, she never wanted them to share a room. And I failed my kids. They, because they can't. LA is expensive, so with the money that they make, they can't afford to live in a nicer area. So they gotta be in the hood. But the way she was acting is if people that live in the hood is just living in pure squalor or something like that. My thing is, everybody isn't fortunate enough, to live in, nicer communities and things like that. People have to make the best of, their situation. And you only was able to live good in Utah because the cost of living is cheaper there. Your ass would have been living in the goddamn hood. It was your choice that you wanted to go. You claim this Mormonism and all this old stuff, and you this upright girl, and you this bougie black girl and all this old bull crap. But you the one was looking in the jails for a man, honey. So stop that shit. Stop it. You the one was fucking in the broom closet in jail and conceived your child. So miss me with the BS, okay? Miss me with that bullshit, okay? And the kids got more goddamn sense than her. She stormed off, and Tennyson was like, well, that's what she do. She always storm off when she don't want to, deal with confrontation. Then Nyla went to where she was at. She was in the car talking about that's a little office during COVID. And Nyla was saying, listen, I could harp about, the things that's going on about living in the hood, this and the other. She said, but I choose to look in the positive part of the situation and the positive things that's going to come out of it. So Andre gonna say to Nyla, oh, you think like that because I taught you that. Nyla looked at her like, bitch, no you didn't, but I'm gonna let you have that. She gonna have to grow up. And Lamar must really, really, really love her, because he be putting up with some crap from her. He really, really did. Now, I don't know how long her ass gonna stay up in Watts or Kylie, but I know as long as she there, she gonna give him hell. Now, he was trying to bond with Tennyson. Tennyson said that he's starting to listen to a little bit more rap now. So, Lamar called himself a rapper too. He's too old to be trying to start that. You should have, whatever. Anyway, so he was like, well, you could come to the studio with me, because I guess Tennyson liked to play around with beats too. He was like, maybe you can make a beat for me. He was like, because I know you're not going to be around long. He got his mission. He's about to go on soon. So he's trying to make the best of the time that he has with Tennyson. And I respect Lamar, for that. Trying to do that father-son type bonding thing, even though that's not your biological son. I respect that. But, boy, Andre going to give him hell. I'm telling you. So now we see Brittany and Marcelino. They at the hospital, and Brittany is about to have a baby. Her mom is there, so I'm like, damn. I mean, I understand, it's a show and they want to catch everything, but she in the middle of having contractions and all this stuff, and y'all want to be doing interviews with her and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, Marcelino here was saying how, Brittany served her time. She did 7 years in prison. Now she committed to making a better life for her children. And she, want to be present in their lives. Okay. We already know she has changed since prison. What's this season? The third season for her now? Okay. She changed her life around. I really don't have a feeling in my gut that, she might backslide. I really don't. Now, Marcelino saying, he had a good upbringing, but Brittany still, suffered from some of the trauma about her upbringing. And he was like, the only, condition he had for her mom is just to stay sober. He was like, because he know addiction is, hard to kick. Now, Brittany is probably going to be a situation where if she can't get over the things that happened with her and her mom, she might just going to have to just end the relationship with her mom and don't allow her to keep re-victimizing her. You know what I mean? Because that can put her into a spiral, and she don't need that. So it looks like she might have a baby before the end of this episode is out. So congratulations to them. So we see Sarah. She's talking to her daughter on FaceTime. And her daughter was like, oh, you look pretty. She was like, thank you. I'm going out with Malcolm. So Malcolm is the new boyfriend. So we finally see Malcolm in this scene too. So, Sarah said that she's happy. She met him over, Instagram. It's been pretty consistent. She said that he, drive 4 hours to, see her. And she's impressed by that. She was like, things are really going good. And, she's happy about the new direction that the relationship is going. So she did say that she thought she was pregnant. She said, but, she took the pregnancy test and thank God she's not pregnant. And she said, that was a big enough scare for her to just be like, just leave Michael completely alone. And I'm happy because it take a lot of strength. It'll take a lot of courage, for you to just cut somebody off that you had like that connection with, even if it wasn't a healthy connection. It's not easy stepping away from that situation. So the fact that she's regaining her, her confidence, and she's stepping out there and she just saying like, look, I had enough. I don't want that anymore. I applaud that for you, Sarah. I really do. And, better late than never. You understand what I'm saying? Life too short to be dealing with that kind of nonsense. So she meet up with her boyfriend, at the restaurant. He is a gentleman. He's pulling out her chair. He's saying all the right things. They having a good conversation. So she tells him he asked her what she was doing for, the weekend. So she tell her that, she having a birthday party for her daughter. And he asked her, is all your family going to be there? And she was like, yeah. So she giving him the whole rundown. So she told him that Michael was going to be there. So he looking like, oh, okay. I can't really read him too well. Like, I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think he is in it because he likes Sarah, or y'all think that he's just an opportunist? I don't know. I can't read it. Like, I don't know. So anyway, she invites him to the party and asks him if that would be something that he would want to do. First, he was like hesitant about it. He was like, you don't think it's too soon? And she was like, no, but it is kind of too soon. You haven't even known him a year, and now you bringing him around your kids, and I don't know. That is a little bit too soon for me. Anyway, so he was like, well, I'll come. He was like, I'm excited about it. So she was saying, she don't know how Michael might react to him. So he was like, what you think? He gonna fight me? Like, he gonna want to fight me? She was like, I don't know. You scared? So he don't want no problems. He was like, I know, he been in jail before, and and everything like that. He was like, I don't want those type issues. So he agreed. Well, she said, do you think it'd be better for you guys to meet prior to the party? And he was like, he think that that's that would be best. Because at the end of the day, he said, I'm a man. I know I was, young and, immature in the things that I was doing and how I was reacting. He was like, I just think that it's a better situation. So we shall see. We shall see. And I wasn't sure how far Sarah and this guy got, but when they got into the car and, leaving the restaurant, he was like, oh, I can't wait, to finish enjoying the restaurant night. He was like, you gonna wear them red panties that I like? I'm like, oh, she already gave him the cat. Okay, he answered my question because I was thinking, but he answered it, so we know. Sarah probably long going for microwaves because she getting dicked down by this one here. And she liked the chocolate because I was wondering to see if he, if he was going to be black or white or whatever like that. Not that it make a difference, but she liked the chocolate. So now we see Botox Lacey. And I don't know, did you guys think that she had a black eye when she was driving in the car? And then it looked like she might have could have touched up on her makeup when she was at the pier. But I don't know, it looked like she had a black eye. And I don't know if throughout the altercation with the guys when they were fighting, she might got, popped or something. I don't know. Or did John pop her? But I don't know. I mean, it could have just been a mascara and she rubbed or whatever like that. I don't know. But it did kind of look like a black eye to me. Anyway, so she's trying to get back right with Shane. Shane, because we find out that John's ass is locked back up. So Shane said he been living in the hotel and it hurt him deep down inside that, he's been there and she's been cheating all along. But he's giving her out talking about he know that John is like a cancer for her. I don't care what it is. If she can't leave him alone, you need to remove yourself from the situation. Don't allow yourself to keep being hurt. And she talking about she only went to him because, when she found out he cheated, she went back to something that was familiar. Get out of here, girl. You was already going to go back to him any goddamn way. Now you trying, she will sit up there. He asked her, well, what are we doing here? What do you want? Well, we said some beautiful vows together. And I think it's time for us to live up to all the vows that we said. He said, so, where's John? And that's when we found out that John is actually locked up. She was like, well, John is never going to change. He's back in jail. And as she said that, it cuts to John. You look like he about to give like a little confessional to the producers or something like that. He in his orange jumpsuit. And I'm like, if she don't stop playing, John need to stay away from Lacey because she's no good for him. Shane need to divorce Lacey. And Lacey need to get them damn fillers out her goddamn lips. And maybe her brain can start functioning right. And she need to make better choices. Maybe just stay away from men right now, period. And be a mom to your kids. Well, that ain't happening. So apparently it was more to the story. John said he got locked up because him and Lacey had went to a strip club. She got mad because I guess he was talking to a girl. She leaves. He goes, I guess, once he get back to the house, they have a big old fight. And she calls the cops on him. And you remember when I said it looked like she had a black eye? I'm thinking he might have put hands on her. I'm telling you. So he said he felt like she set him up. And then he had like drugs paraphernalia, like because they was like flashing like the report and stuff like that. And I guess he's saying now he done with her in so many ways. But it's like they hooked on Lacey. I don't think he'll ever be done with her. And Lacey don't even look good. I don't know what's up with these girls on this episode with these damn chapped lips. They need to get a dag on Blistex sponsor or something and have them and. Brittany, she had greased lips and she was in labor. It do not make sense that Lacey got them big balloon lips, so I don't know, it might be hard to grease them up. Her lips was dry, Tennyson lips was dry, Andrea lips was dry, Nyla lips was dry. Yo, Blistex, supply the cast of Love at the Lockup, a.k.a. Life at the Lockup, some goddamn on Blistex so they can keep their lips greased when they filming. Anyway, Shane tried to act like he was going to hold out and was going to play hard to get. He gonna sit, so he said he cheated on her, and for every action deserves a reaction, and he gonna suck that up and proceed with Lacey. I'm like, oh my goodness, she got y'all motherfuckers whipped. Somebody he really really loved her. Okay, all right, whatever. So they said that they gonna make it work or try to make it work on a relationship. We'll see, because Lacey she can't be trusted. So we see Tony slick ass. He's coming to try to talk to Angela. And this motherfucker gonna sit up there and say, and I really love Angela. I haven't spoken to Angela in 4 months. She hasn't, been letting me come over because, this quarantine. Talking about he been quarantining at this seedy hotel and everything. You know damn well you wasn't quarantining. You was up underneath them goddamn strippers. So stop it. Stop it. He's gonna talk about, I know if I can just have her lay eyes on me and her see my smile, I got it in the bag. So you're telling us on national television that that you be on some bullshit. You on some bullshit, and what? You manipulative. You already know what you're doing. See, he's got like predatory behavior. He gets on my nerves. Angela, you gonna have to. I hope you look at this and be like, you know what? I got something for his ass. Because if you could stay away from him 4 months, you could stay away from him for good. So when he finally locked eyes on Angela was coming out the shed with a baseball bat. Angela wasn't having it. What you doing here, Tony? I brought a peace offering. I don't need your cigarettes. Angela ain't playing with Tony. What, you ran out of hoes? You couldn't find one today? Listen, Angela said she's sick and tired of Tony fucking ass. Tony, I don't know. Angela, I get a kick out of Angela. I don't know what it is about Angela. I don't know if it's her accent. I don't know, because she be like on 0 to 100. She tickles me, okay? She really do. I'm just hoping Angela don't fall for the okie doke and really say, screw Tony. Tony ain't shit. Talk about, if she could just see my smile, I know I got it in the bag. You ain't got no good smile, Tony. If you don't sit your ass down. So we see Andrea, Priscilla, and Lamar. They at the dance studio because Priscilla got a dance class session. So they seem like they getting along quite well. Andrea was a little excited that Lamar actually accompanied her, to the dance studio. He was like, well, why wouldn't I? Like, I'm not no deadbeat. She was like, I'm not saying you no deadbeat. Like, okay. So she was like, regardless of where they at, she's still going to feed her children's soul. Priscilla is 8, and I guess in the Mormon faith, she said that at the age of 8 is when you get baptized. But in order for Priscilla to get baptized, Lamar would have to okay it. And Lamar, he kind of not into like traditional religion, so he's kind of against it. And he has this thing about, it's nothing but white people. It's nothing but white people. Because like he told her, he was like, it's more a cultural. He was like, it's nobody in that faith that she can relate to. And Andrea's saying, well, what do race have to do with it? And you really shouldn't be able, I don't feel like religion and race, they do not go hand in hand. But you know what? I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna just leave that where I'm at. Because I don't want to offend nobody. I'm gonna just leave that where it's at. Anyway, so she is threatened. She said, listen, she don't want to be in a marriage of, all her kid can't get baptized. She don't want to proceed in a marriage. And he's saying, I should have more say so as the man. I should be able to, say how my kids are, have say so in my kids' life. And she's saying she's not trying to take that control from him, but she's not trying to budge on the Mormon, her turning Mormon and things like that. So I don't know. Andrea always got some shit with her. Lamar gonna budge. He gonna let her get baptized, because she gonna sit up there and say, oh, because I don't want to be all worried and frantic with all this cold going and she's with you. She said, so if she's baptized, you feel as though you won't worry that much. He was like, yeah. He was like, she said, because Tennyson and Nyla, they both are baptized, and if they get in certain situations, they got the blood of Jesus covering over them, so it'll be able to guide them and be able to have them, move in a better situation. And I'm like, she fucking crazy. I understand, when you do follow your religion, you do move differently to somebody that may not, but she sound crazy. Okay? She sound fucking crazy. That's all I gotta say. And I just had one question for Andrea. Did the blood of Jesus, the spirit, move you to go screw him in the broom closet? Is that what did he guide you in that decision that you did? He said that was the right thing to do? I really want to answer. I mean, what's the answer to that? I don't know. So the show ended out with a bang. Congratulations again to Marcelino and Brittany. They welcomed the baby boy. Then she said she named him Marcelino. And we found out that the baby was born on her mother's birthday. So that was a good thing. Marcelino, he was just bursting with joy. He was saying how every man should be able to experience that. It feels better than rolling a new car off the lot. I'm like, I hope it do feel better than that, Marcelino. Brittany looked pale and stuff, but I'm going to give her a pass. You lost some blood. You are, a ginger, so y'all typically are a little pale, just by how y'all, makeup is. So I would give you a little pass. So I'm like, damn, they could have put a little blush or something on. Anyway, the baby is adorable. He's adorable. So the other two kids end up coming and visit the next day. They have a beautiful family, I will say that. And I'm just happy that they, sticking it in. Because like Marcelino said, it was a lot of things that could have broke them up. And he's glad that they, still together. Yeah. First, I didn't like Marcelino when the show first came on, but he grew on me a little bit. He really did. I mean, it wasn't much to talk about after, the birth of the baby. So that's all I had for this episode. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to holler at your girl. Bye!